Thank you.
Yeah, no, I mean, just the difference
No, I'm
between
teasing.
the first half and the second
Yeah.
half. I mean, you guys, it's a big game, and you kind of come out and struggle a little bit, get a 7-0 run to get close, and then in the second half, it seemed like you guys just played
Yeah.
a much
Here we
better game
go.
for you guys.
Now you got your A game that away. No, today was a great win for our program. USC is a great team. Obviously, they have a lot of talent on their team and one of the best players in our conference. Well, a couple of the best players in our conference. And so I thought first half, I thought we were sluggish a little bit offensively due to them. I thought they, their pressure, their speed defensively caused us to be cautious. We were worried about turning it over instead of just playing basketball and being aggressive. Second half, I thought we came out and played like a basketball team does, like we should, not caring who they're just playing our game, and so that was, I thought, the difference in the two. Now, throughout that, I loved our D. Our defense was phenomenal today. Best defensive performance of the year, in my opinion. We were just laser focused. We made very few mistakes. It was a little bit different game plan for us than what we've done before. But when you've got a post player on the other team like Harbert's, sometimes you have to adjust some things.
And you guys had 12 turnovers in the first half that led to 10 points, 6 in the second half that led to 4. I know that was something you guys had to struggle with down there. Was there anything that was different in the second half, or just a little bit crisper on offense?
Well, they had played a lot of man before that game, and so we had not focused as much, on zone. And so this game, obviously, since the zone killed us down there, we were ready for it. So I think that had a little bit to do with it, was we were just more prepared. I also think we're just a different team now than we were then. We've had a lot of success here at home. We expect to win here, and I thought that was evident in the second half. We just relaxed, and we're just a little more aggressive, and you have to be. Down there, we were very tentative. That's what led to so many mistakes.
USC had pretty good defense, pretty much shutting down Ruth inside that first half. How important second half was it to get going from the outside?
Yeah, vital. I mean, if that's going to be the case, you better do it other ways, right? And I thought we missed Ruth in the first half several times. I thought she was there. I thought we could have gone to her. I thought that was part of our issue. We were tentative. I didn't think we saw the floor very well. I didn't think we weren't us. Ruth wasn't posting quite the same. We were just out of sorts. Second half, it just felt a little bit more normal. We threw a couple really nice lob passes, to her, and she was much more aggressive. But I credit them, though. They did a good job moving her away from the basket in the first half.
And Ruth, Julie, on defense, Mitch, you mentioned this to sit alley, but how Harvard scoreless in the first half, and then I think Crook hit those first 2 threes and then didn't make another basket all game. That was obviously a certain focus of your defense.
Well, you look at you just look at their stats. They've got 2 players that do a lot of their scoring, and so that was the focus today, was to make other people have to beat us and not give them shots, though. And to start the second half, I thought we didn't guard their other people. Well, this team is talented. They all can score. They all can hurt you in a different way. And so I thought, as the second half wore on and this game became the game, and it was in the balance, I thought we did a great job on everybody, but certainly those were the 2 focal points. We know that, Crooks she's a zone buster is what she is, and we zoned a lot today, and down there she hit 4 threes on us. We weren't focused on her today. I thought we did a great job in awareness. After, she banked the first one in, and then we missed her, for the second one. She got a couple other good looks, but I thought overall that it was a phenomenal defensive performance.
Sydney offensively, kind of getting that 17-2 run, with some threes, but just her leadership and ability to kind of step up in that situation as a freshman in a huge game.
It's just getting better and better. Sydney is such a competitor and so capable. Now what everybody that's watched us all year has seen, she's not making mistakes, down the stretch. She's not, 1 turnover today against that kind of pressure. She controlled the ball. She handled it down the stretch versus pressure, which has been an issue, and those mistakes through experience are just going away. So it's a natural progression, but, is she light years ahead of where you'd expect a true freshman? It's unbelievable. Setting the 3-point record today for Oregon State, single season, and then, leading us, like you mentioned, becoming a vocal presence on the floor, galvanizing presence on the floor, and then now stepping up and hitting big shots when we needed them. She played a great game today.
Entering the season knowing that you'd be starting a freshman point guard, did you anticipate being tied for third in the conference, even in your wildest dreams?
Yeah, wildest dreams, for sure. We'd be undefeated. But I can't say that I did. I thought with the amount of talent that we had that we would be a good team, by the end of the year. I didn't know. I knew we had a tough schedule, but I'm scared of everybody. I was scared day one against the first team opponent we played, that what if we get beat today and now they're doubting themselves and all those. I worry about all that stuff. But this team, just the way they've evolved and the way they practice, it doesn't surprise me, just with the way that they compete every day. But no, I couldn't have said that at the beginning of the year. I thought we were picked 8th, and to be honest, based on experience and our success a year ago, I thought that was high. Before this, I was kind of, well, man, they're giving us some people without a lot of experience a lot of credit. I thought that of the coaches' vote, and so really proud of the group for competing like they are.
Do you think it's safe to say biggest game of your tenure in terms of most riding on it coming into the game? How do you think, with such a young team, how do you think they responded with so much on the line?
Yeah, well, I was disappointed early in that I thought those emotions caused us to play tentative and passive, and and so that was our halftime discussion. That was a discussion in a timeout in the first half. Are we scared? Are we scared? Are we scared of this moment? You're a team that played against Notre Dame fearlessly. Let's not come out today against a team who, no matter who they are, and play any other way. And so, that's what we talked about at halftime. It's like, I don't want to see this from you guys. I know USC's a good team, but you're not going to beat them just by showing up. You're going to have to play your game. And, second half, they really responded and did that. In the big picture, like you mentioned, biggest win of in the last 4 years or whatever it may be, it takes games like this to get over that hurdle. And a couple of years ago, we learned that skill, that we deserve to win these games, and we can. We learned how to finish against a good team, and so today I thought was a key game for that in this program. I think this team understands now, we can compete against a team that is as athletic and talented, and as veteran as USC, and so it's a big moment for us.
How big will these next couple of road games be as part of that evolution to show that these women have grown and getting some road wins?
Yeah, road wins against teams that are right with us, in the standings are vital. The Arizona State game is one we can look back to. UCLA down there, we played with them. That was, they were near the top when we played them, I think. But the ASU game was one 2 weeks ago that, as a team way ahead of us in the standings, ranked, I think, 11th in the country at that time, that we had. We're up 7 with 1:30 to go, and we'll let it slip away. So it's going to take that kind of focus again, and now obviously to put together a finish on the road. I think this team's ready for that. I also know what Washington State have done since we've seen them. They've played great basketball. I think they might be 7-1 combined. Since we've seen them, I don't know, something like that anyway. They've played great, and so we've got 2 really tough games ahead of us against really good teams, and so we need to play well.
We asked Sid how they wouldn't let the emotion of a win like this carry over into the week of preparation for the road, and she said because they have a vision of achieving the team's first NCAA berth since '96.
Mm-hmm.
There are 4 regular season games left, but do you agree that this team is capable of making a run and getting in the tournament? And is that something that keeps them grounded, seeing the goal that it is?
I think that's the strength of this group. I think it's actually an amazing quality for a team or a group of people that have so little combined experience. We haven't let losses hurt us. I don't see us letting wins hurt us. I don't think coming off wins home and then going down to Arizona State didn't hurt us. We didn't relax in any way. I don't see that. I think they understand who these teams are. We remember playing them here. We know who they have. A lot of the kids are friends. They know each other. So I don't see them overlooking or relaxing in any way. I see them doing the opposite. They understand that that's the goal. That's a great goal. It's a bold goal for a young team, but they've earned the right to have it. Look where they're at right now. Look, they've put themselves in an incredible position to where that is a realistic conversation, and we don't shy away from that and say, just worry about the next. That's reality. That's kind of the fun of this. Rise to the challenge. We beat these people. We talked today about we have to win this game today. We really don't have a choice. We have to beat SC today. We talked about that before the game. They understand why. And so I think they have a perfect focus of that, and I'd be really surprised if a win a win at this point of the year would impact us negatively.
I think 2 years ago, you guys went into the last weekend with, I think, a chance to maybe finish in the top 4 and get that bye. I mean, what's the difference between this year's team, having a big game like this and coming? I know those were on the road, but just the makeup of this year's team compared to 2 years ago when they did, know how to win against some good teams and
Yeah.
just kind of maybe fell short at the end.
Yeah, I think we just have a little more overall talent on this team. That team was really, that was a group of warriors, though. I mean, we were a good team that year, too. So in a lot of ways, very similar. Good teams are good teams, This team, I think, has a little more offensive firepower, that is necessary down the stretch of games. We have a little more dominant center, scoring-wise anyway. So I think this team could be a little bit ahead of that one, but both of those teams were tough outs every night.
Great, thank you.
All right, thanks, you guys. Yep, my pleasure.